6 o'clock on a Friday night. What are y'all doing hanging out with me, man? What's up? Donny Baker here with the LPR Sound Foundation. Welcome to the new year. 2025 is upon us. A lot to look forward to in the new year. A lot of changes coming with the site. A lot of changes coming with this. A lot of changes coming on YouTube, man. I'm actually adding a lot more content to YouTube. So get ready for that, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a rough one. But I think once I get into a little groove thing and roll with it, it'll be good. I'm actually caught up a little bit on the Mondays. I'm actually adding 2 more days. That's all. We're gonna take Mondays are gonna be more businessy stuff, talking about your audio business and how to grow and how to build and scale and that kind of stuff. And then Thursdays is gonna be tech stuff. Uh, Thursdays we're gonna do tech things like talk about how EQs work and show you how a microphone works. In case you don't know, somebody might not know. You never know. No, so it's gonna be tech stuff. We're gonna talk about building patch bays and fixing things and soldering. Man, I'll show you how to solder stuff. I'll show you how to make your own damn cables. There's gonna be a lot to do. Wednesdays, I think I'm gonna alternate between blog post and gear review. So I might review some gear twice a month, and then the other 2 times in the month, with the other 2 times we'll just do a blog post, so you guys can enjoy that. So some other changes coming to the website. You guys that are in my membership, if you're here with me live, you'll know what I'm talking about. And Joe's here. Joe knows what's up. She's already pushing the studio. Yeah, ES Audio Recording Studios is where we're at. And if you put an HTTPS in front at esaudio.com, it'll be clickable in the chat. So that's even more special for the replay. People would just click in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So the website, we got some changes coming to the website. Got some changes coming for the for all of LPR Sound Foundation, and we're transitioning into we're merging with some other stuff, and I'm just gonna it's gonna be simple. I'm gonna make everything really simple. You guys that are in the membership, I think you've got access to it now as of the 1st of January. I've just basically put all the courses in the membership. So you guys that are not in the membership, you're missing out. The membership is only $20 a month, $19.97, and you get access to all my courses. Everything is in the membership. Absolutely everything. So I'm simplifying everything. So things are going to get a little bit more simple in that I'm going to have one course, and I'm not even going to sell a course. I don't even care about that. The course is like something that we're going to run. I'm going to focus more on coaching and mentoring. Okay. You guys that are watching the replay now, by the time you're watching the replay, it'll be up. It should be available by the January 20th or the 22nd, I think. Right around that week that we're going to swap over. We'll be swapping over from the old one to the new one. And so you guys that are actually in the membership, when we do switch over, I'll have to do something special for you guys. So we'll do something special for you. No big deal. You'll get an email. So basically, I haven't quite figured it out yet. There's Joe. Now she knows what's up. So the hand pink waving. I don't get it, man. Y'all that are on the Samsungs, bro. I don't know. I live with it. It's okay. I deal with it. So going forward, I'm gonna focus more on coaching and mentoring. By coaching, what I mean is remote coaching. If you don't live in Los Angeles, or you just if you really like Zoom, who does? But the coaching, the remote coaching is going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be a structured program that we're going to run as you need it. We can run specific programs for you. Let's say that you already know how to set up a microphone in front of a guitar amplifier. You don't really care about that. You already know. You're pretty good at it. But what you want to know is how to get more clients. You want to know how to you want to know how my booking system works. You want to know how I can help you set up your booking system. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that we can do specifically for you on a case by case basis. But generally, what I want to do, one sec, sorry. Generally, what I want to do is I want to set up a program that basically runs the audio engineering program, the intro audio engineering program, and the advanced audio engineering program together. It's going to be a 3-month program, 10 weeks. Okay. And don't tell nobody, but there's a bonus in there. All right. Shh, just be quiet. So there's 11 weeks. Let's talk like that. Okay. So 11 weeks. Every week we're going to get together on Zoom, and I'm going to give you homework. There's going to be work for you to do. All right. Now this is the program that I'm talking about. It's not specific coaching. If you need specific coaching, we'll talk. All right. You'll be getting emails about that as well. But I'm talking about this specific program to learn how to be an audio engineer, learn how to be a music producer, a studio owner. This is all going to be included in this coaching program. Now, I'm not going to sell you the course. The course is going to be part of the coaching program. Okay? And it's not because, look, who cares about a course, man? Seriously. Nobody cares about buying a damn course and for $97 and then you just let it sit there. And this is why I've changed. This is why I'm changing everything, because people were buying the course and they're just not they're not even looking at it. I can see when you guys log in, I can see your progress when you get, when you start the course, and I can see when you do things. And you get 2 modules in, you go, I got something else to do. I'll go watch Netflix. Bro, you're not going to win like that. You're just not going to win like that. That's not how we do it. That's not how we win. That's not how we become successful. Okay, the way we become successful is that I hold you accountable. I say, hey, all right, I'm going to give you a mix to work on this week, and when we get together next week, I want to hear your mix, and it better be damn good. This is the accountability that I'm going to put on you. Yeah, and you're going to pay me for that, because it's what we do, And this is, I think this is the better way to do things, is to have some accountability, man. Have somebody riding your, I'll go ahead and say it. Have somebody riding your ass, bro. Lighting a fire on your ass, get you going. If you truly want to do this, you're going to do it. You know what I mean? You're going to come follow along, and you're going to trust me to take care of it. And then there's going to be a mentoring program. Now, this is for people who are local to the studio. Okay? If you are fortunate enough to be local to the studio, or even if you want to move here and do the thing, that's cool. Here's what you're going to get with that. You're going to get to come sit with me in my studio. Actually, we'll spend some time in this room mixing. This is my mix room. This is Studio B here at ES Audio Recording Studios. And I think Joanne mentioned that. There you go. You can go click on the thing there. She put the HTTP on it, so it's clickable. So, but yeah, no, you're going to spend some time with me here. What you're going to spend with me is like 40 hours throughout the entire program. It's a 3-month program, 11 weeks. There's still a bonus week. But what you get is, all right, so once a week, you're going to come over and you're going to sit with me. We're going to spend 2 hours together working on stuff. We're going to run the program, okay? And then you're going to come back another day during the week, maybe more, depending on the schedule, but you're going to come over and you're going to be an apprentice. You're going to come and just work. You're going to come get your hands dirty. You're not going to scrub a toilet or sweep nothing. No, you're going to come do work in this room. You're going to work on your projects. You're going to work on some of the projects that I give you, but you're going to do work, because the way that you learn this business is you actually do it, Yeah, all right, so you can do it for free. Cool. Go get an internship at a studio near you. Even if you're not in Los Angeles, go get an internship if you can get in. I actually have go search YouTube for how to become a studio intern. You'll find one of my videos that pretty much guarantee you to get in as an intern at a studio. So there is that. Yeah, pretty much guarantee you to get in a studio. Dude, I had a guy call me yesterday, and he's looking for a job. He literally said, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." I said, "Oh, okay. What do you do?" He said, "Oh, I'm an audio engineer." Cool. Um, I said, "Did you go to school?" He said, "Yeah, I went to." I'm not gonna mention the school he went to because some of y'all might know it. But he said, "I went to school." Yes, I went to school. I said, "Cool." I said, "Have you worked have you worked in a studio before? You know, do you have any experience working in a studio?" He said, "No, no, I've never worked in a studio before." Hold up, you're calling me and asking me for a job, and you've never worked in a studio before. You don't know how it works. Cool, you went to school, you got a degree, you got a piece of paper with your name on it. That ain't it, my friend. That's not it. That's not how this works. You got to show me that you can do the job. You got to show me that you know what's up, you know? I've actually had guys come over and you know, normally what I do if somebody wants to work here for me, I'll give them a free session. I'll give them a free 2-hour session in either studio. All right, you could bring one of your clients here, and I'm gonna see how you work. I want to see how you handle your client. I'm gonna show you everything you need to know about the room, and then I'm gonna turn you loose, and you can work with your client. Okay? And I had somebody do that. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and man, he was pretty confident that with his skills. But man, when I saw him working, I'm like, yeah, this ain't for you, my friend. This ain't gonna work out. So, but you know, all it did was cost me 2 hours. So, uh, sometimes, man, if you don't have the experience, you're not gonna get the gig. I could promise you that. If you don't have the experience, you ain't getting this gig. It ain't for you. Um, what's the best way to get the experience is to go do it. That's how you get the experience. Go do the thing. Whether if you got to go in and work for free or if you got to pay somebody, you got to. The best way to do it is to come sit with me as a mentor. Okay. Yeah, I'm not, and I'm not, it ain't cheap. It's not free, but I don't know if you've looked around at schools. Let's say, let's take some schools for an example. Musicians Institute, bro. The Pro Tools program at Musicians Institute is 40 grand. You know, let's not even talk about a 4-year college degree. Full Sail, go call Full Sail. That's how much they cost, bro. I mean, you're talking 120, and then you got to move to Florida. Yeah, all right. Um, if my program's less than 5 grand, I mean, damn, bro, you are definitely saving some cash, you know, and that's money you could save to, I don't know, buy equipment, which actually is part of the program. I'm gonna teach you how to basically teach you how to buy equipment without a bunch of money. You know, that's how it works. This program is sponsored by Yeti coffee mugs, right, Joe? I got Joe she I brought my car. I brought my Yeti home one day. Mine matches my bicycle. I don't know if y'all know about me. I ride a bicycle to and from work sometimes, and this is the color of my bike. The green, olive green. Anyway, I brought it home one day, and Joanne washed it for me, and she said, "Damn, that's a cool cup, man. I like that cup." So I got her one for Christmas, and she can't say nothing bad about it. And what it did is it keeps her coffee warm. She drinks coffee all damn day long. And she likes to keep it hot. So her Yeti cup is working for her. So there is that. So if you guys are needing a gift idea for somebody significant, get a Yeti cup. They're not cheap, but dude, they work great. So, um, any questions, man? This is what we do on Fridays. It's ask me anything about anything. Doesn't even have to be about audio. Could be about your life. Could be about how to change the spark plugs on a 1964 Chevy Malibu. Whatever it is y'all got questions about, hit me in the chat. I'm waiting for you. So let me know. There is there's so the changes this year came from the changes we're making have come from a long line of making mistakes. You know, look, I'm not a school. I'm not a university. I'm not a. I'm just a dude that knows shit and can tell you. You know, I'm pretty good at what I do. I've been doing it for a minute. This week, I think let me check my calendar real quick while we're here. But I think the thing for Thursday, um let's see, is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, January 9th. The video coming out, the YouTube video coming out on Thursday, January 9th is going to be about how I got started. How I got started, where I came from, how I got to be where I'm at right now. How I got to how I got to build all this and grow all this over the last 21 years, bro. I mean, February this year is going to be 21. We started in 2003, 2004. So it's 20, 21 years. But yeah, it's going to be all about that. The video on Thursday next week. So get ready. Be prepared. Because yeah, it's a cool story, man, and I think you guys might need to know my story. That way we have a little bit more of a connection. You know, I'm not just some dude coming through your laptop. You know what I mean? I actually know stuff, and I'm pretty good at sharing stuff with you. So that's kind of what we do. Let me know again. Hit me up in the chat if you got any questions. I'm here for you. Other than that, man, how's everybody doing, man? How's the year going so far? I don't know. I've already messed up on my resolutions, bro. I mean, day 2, I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. Sorry. I think it's funny, man. You know? Oh, yeah, I'm not going to eat after 8 o'clock. I'm not going to have a snack when I watch TV, bro. Come on. Them cookies. Woo! Mama make them cookies good. So that's all I'm talking about. But no, what's some goals that you have for the new year? I mean, there's a good question for you. Let me know in the chat if you got some goals that you've set for yourself. Could be about, I don't know, maybe buying that microphone you've been waiting for, you know? Maybe getting that compressor that you've always wanted, you know? Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's learning a new DAW. Maybe you're tired of dealing with Pro Tools and you want to move on to something that actually works better, you know? I mean, look, we're going to have this discussion again on one of the tech days about the different types of DAWs. Let me see if I got that. No, I don't have that listed. Just the ideas. Yeah. No, I don't have that. That'd be a good one though, huh? Different DAWs. What's the difference? What difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference, bro. The only time that the only reason we use Pro Tools here is because clients come here and they want to use Pro Tools. This is it. That's what they want. They want to use Pro Tools. Everybody comes into pretty much any commercial studio is looking for Pro Tools because, and one of the simple reasons for that is that they can go take that session and go somewhere else, and it'll open on Pro Tools. You know, Pro Tools will open on Pro Tools wherever you're at. Now, if I've got some plugins that you use that you don't have somewhere else, or you go to the next studio and they don't have the same plugins, those aren't going to work. But that's, you know, that's minimal. You know what I mean? You can always find alternatives for that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's one of the things we're going to bring. I'm going to actually make a note of that. Make a note of it. Okay. So, I'll make that a Thursday video because Thursdays, like I said, is going to be about tech stuff. So, some of the ideas I've got, some of the things I got coming up in January. Let's see what that is. Well, next week is how did I get started? Then I'm gonna do something funky, man. On January 16th, I don't know if anybody ever does this, but have you ever reamped a snare drum? I know you know about reamping guitars, right? You should if you don't. But have you ever reamped a snare drum? One time it happened that I got a project in that was recorded someplace else, and the guy didn't have a bottom snare drum microphone. I like that. I like to have that extra vibey thing to put on, you know, to add into the mix. You know what I mean? But he didn't have. I guess he only had like eight inputs, so he didn't do a bottom snare. So what I did is I took a speaker and I placed it right on the snare. Okay, and I soloed the snare drum in Pro Tools and ran it out to that speaker that was hitting on the snare. All right. And then I mic'd the bottom of the snare for the whole song. So boom. That's what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I did that. Then this one might be funny, but if you're not a guitar player, you may not know how to tune a guitar. I'm gonna share with you how to tune a guitar if you're not a guitar player. Pro Tools memory locations. This was actually quite a popular thing that somebody asked me to bring back because they've made some changes to the memory locations. In Pro Tools, they've made a couple of changes to the memory locations, as well as I know you guys have seen it. You guys that use Pro Tools, I know you've seen it, and it's called Windows configuration or window configuration. What the hell is that? You're wondering. I'm gonna show you. That's gonna be a good one. Building and saving templates. Do I need a patch bay? It's gonna be February 13th. Then I haven't scheduled the idea. I got some ideas, but I haven't scheduled them yet. Big guitar sound from a small amp, bro. That's fun. Guitar reamping from the DI. We actually have a project we're starting on Sunday this week. We got an album project that we're going to be starting, and I've done an album with this artist before, and we did it. What was it? Not last year because that would have been 23. We did an album with him, bro. That was 7 months of work, man. That was awesome. I'm excited for this new record because this new record is going to be even better. Anyway, a lot of what there was a lot of stuff that we had to reamp from a DI because for whatever reason, man, the artist wanted to use some scratch tracks that we had that had click in the mic because I just had the amp in the room when we were doing scratch tracks, and I was running the click through the PA so he could hear it, and it got picked up on the mic. So what I had to do was reamp from the DI signal on that, and I'm gonna share with you how I did that and why I did it. Anyway, there's that. 40 ways to make a drum mic to make a drum kit with only 4 mics. This is gonna be a good one, bro. Yeah, that's fine. Not 40 ways. Come on, that's the title I gave it to make you go, wow, 40 ways. No, it's one way. No, I'm gonna show you a bunch of different ways to mic a drum kit with only using 1 mic, 2 mics, 3 mics, and then 4 mics. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do 4 ways to mic a drum kit with only 4 mics total. How to configure a patch bay, bruh. Yeah, that's gonna be. See, these are things that these are things that you guys want. If there's things that you want that you think you want to know about, dude, put it in the chat, or better yet, send me an email. Here's my email. Shoot me an email, info@learnprorecording.com. Shoot me an email with ideas that you guys have for stuff that you want to see me do on a Thursday tech stuff. Anything, man. I don't really care. We have a Tube Tech CL1B compressor, and we had a session actually New Year's Eve, December 31st. We have a client comes in every New Year's Eve and does a session. It's pretty cool. We've done it. He and I were talking. I think we've done it the last 8 years, 9 years. Pretty cool producer, metal guy, but we were cutting some vocals, and the Tube Tech wasn't happening, man. It just didn't like it. So I'm hoping, I'm assuming it's one of the tubes has gone bad. There's 2 tubes in there, and I only had 1 spare. They're 2 different kind of tubes. So one's for the input, one's for the output, basically. I had to order a tube. It should be here this week. We'll do. I'll film myself changing the tubes. We've had that Tube Tech for maybe 4 years, maybe 5. Never had any trouble with it. So this will be the first time we're having to do any maintenance on it. So I'll film that. That'll be fun. That'll be one. I don't have that in there. I'm gonna make another note. So pardon me while talk amongst yourselves while I write this down. CL1B tube replace. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll talk about that. And again, man, I'm gonna show you how to solder cables. That's easy. I mean, it's so much cheaper and better, and I don't know. I think it's better to make my own cables. I could buy a spool of Mogami cable for like $100. and then get, I can make maybe 10, 20-foot cables out of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and you buy you buy the ends and you just solder it up. And it's, I don't know. For me, I like it. It makes that way I know that they're going to work, you know? So yeah, there's a lot going. There's a lot coming up. Biz advice Mondays. Some of the ideas I got for biz advice. Um, I got coming up. We got the one coming out on the 6th, which is already done. It's already ready to go. It's already published. Yes, it's already published. It's called "Do You Need Audio School?" That's gonna be a good one. Do you really need audio school? Do you really have to spend money going to school? So there's that. Social is this is a good one. Is social media marketing, is social media posting marketing? No, it's not. But we'll talk about that. Um, Look, getting clients, okay? One of the things you need to do to get clients is not don't go market yourself on social media that you have Pro Tools. Nobody cares. Really. Nobody cares that you have Pro Tools. Nobody cares that you have this microphone. Nobody cares that you use this interface. Nobody cares that you have this whole list of plugins that you list on your website. Bro, nobody gives a crap. You know what they care about? They care about you. They care about that you care about them. They care about that you care about their project, that you care about their music. That's what they want to know about. They don't want to know that you have Pro Tools. They don't care that you have a mic. They don't. Nobody cares because everybody got Pro Tools. Everybody got a microphone. Jimmy Joe got the studio in his mom's basement. He got Pro Tools. He's charging $12 an hour. You don't charge. You have a commercial facility. You got a single room commercial facility that you rent from Jimmy Joe's thing over there at the building, right? And you've built it up. You got sound treatment, you got great speakers, you got a booth. Sounds great. Don't charge $12 just to try to compete with Jimmy Joe over here in Mom's basement. Don't do that. No. Sell yourself. Sell you. And we're going to talk about that. Yeah, cuz that's important, man. I mean, setting your prices is really important. How do you know how much to charge for your studio? I think that's another one of the ideas that I had. Yeah, how much should I charge for my studio? That's another idea that I got coming up. I haven't scheduled these yet. These are just I've got through January scheduled and ready to go. So on all the things. Shorts Tuesdays is shorts and reels. I just take some of what we did on Monday or some of what we did on Thursday and I throw it out on TikTok and YouTube shorts and Instagram reels. So there's that. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas for the reels, which you're gonna translate to whatever. And then Wednesdays blog post or gear review. I'm gonna take a particular piece of gear and show you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. You know what I dislike, and you guys can let me know in the chat if you dislike it as well. I see these videos, these YouTube videos. This guy is like he's gonna review a piece of gear. And then before he even gets started, he goes, "Oh, I want to thank the manufacturer for sending me this piece of gear for free, so I could tell you guys how much I like it." Bruh, you got that thing for free. You're not gonna say nothing bad about it, I promise. Because you're gonna like that thing. You're gonna like the crap out of it, because they gave it to you for free. No, that never works for me, man. I'm sorry. I can't see that you're gonna be impartial if you didn't pay for it. But I promise you this, I'm gonna be impartial. I don't. One, I don't take free stuff from nobody. Two, I don't even monetize my YouTube channel. That's not my point. I don't care. I don't need to make money on YouTube, bro. Seriously. I make plenty of money here at the studio. I'm good. I'm simply here to help y'all out and to share with you. So that's the point there. I'm not. Yeah, I don't make money on Twitch. I don't make money. Hello, Twitch. Anybody here with us on Twitch? I think Joe was with us on Twitch right here. This came from Twitch. All right. So yeah, Joe's on Twitch. Joe's on YouTube. She watching. So but yeah, look, I don't make money on social media stuff. That's not my vibe. That's not my gig. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to do that. So manufacturers out there, don't send me nothing free. I ain't gonna say nothing to anybody about it. So I'm not even gonna look at it. I buy everything that I buy stuff that I want to use, and I'm going to use it. you know? So, and maybe that's another thing we'll talk about is stuff I've bought recently. That there's some that I like, some that I don't. So, you know, there's a couple pieces of gear that I bought that I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have bought that. That was stupid. I should have done a little more research on it. But whatever. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that one piece of I got one piece of equipment in the big studio that yeah, I'm disappointed. You know? I'm disappointed, and it's a major company that you guys all know and love. And I'm disappointed in the product. So, but I'll share with you. I'll make that part of the gear review Wednesday. Like I said, the gear review Wednesday, I'm only going to do twice a month. This is a lot of stuff, man. The blog post is pretty simple, so I can get through that. That's easy. But the gear review, man, there's going to be some editing and some filming. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's that. But hey, listen, I only try to keep y'all like 30 minutes on a Friday, unless we go long. But nobody's asking questions. I guess everybody knows everything already. So, if y'all got questions, I'll give you one more. I'll give you another minute. If you got questions, hit me up in the chat. More than happy to help you out with it. Glad y'all are. I can see that we got a couple people hanging out with us today. So, glad y'all are here. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I screwed up. You're right. I screwed up, and I'm gonna tell you how I screwed up in a sec. I forgot to send y'all an email telling you that we were going to be live on Friday. You're just supposed to know these things, man. Put it in your calendar every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be here with you. I'm going to try to remember to send y'all an email. There you go. Yeah, I sent an email out at 5:30. Oh, shit, I forgot. Let me send an email. So there you go. All right, let's get up out of here. It looks like there's no more questions. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Like I said, with Monday, we are going to be talking about, I came up with a good one. One of the ideas I got for Monday is going to be, yes, Daniel, there is a money tree. That's good. That one's going to be fun. This week, do you need audio school? Be prepared for that. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait for it. It's going to be I've already filmed it and posted it. Everything's there. And I like it. I've been watching it a couple of times, and it's cool. So Joe says something about a face green smiling. So there you go. I think it's coming from YouTube that does that, because the one on Twitch actually has the emojis. That's weird, man. That YouTube does. Yeah, it's YouTube. Come on, it ain't weird. But yeah. So Monday will be do you need audio school? Then we'll see you Wednesday. Well, just look for I think I've already scheduled the short reel and TikTok as well. So, which is another thing. I'll show you how I schedule all that stuff in advance. It's pretty cool. On one of the Mondays. Okay, one of the business things. But Wednesday this week will be, I think we'll do a review this week. Yeah, I'll have to look at the schedule, but I'll let you know. But and then Thursday, tech stuff, and then Friday live, 6 p.m. I'll try to remember to send y'all an email next time. Again, my name is Donny Baker, and I'm going to get up out of here, and we will see you next time. Peace.